Hello everybody, my name is Michael and I work for the Math Lab, and today we're going to be basically trying to solve this expression where we divide by a fraction. So the first step whenever you're dealing with these kinds of expressions is always to change division to multiplication. You need to do that. And so the quick way to do that is just to take the right side and just flip it. Now another way you might have been taught is something called keep, change, flip, where you basically keep what's on the left side of the division sign the same, and then you change the right side, or the denominator, by flipping it. So after you flip it, it looks like this. And so I'm going to try to show you guys maybe why that makes sense or why it works. So if I have 4 divided by half, I'm basically trying to find out how many halves go into 4. So in order to illustrate this, I'm going to draw 4 boxes and then divide each of those boxes in half. Now I should know how many halves are in 4 boxes. So I notice that the answer is 8. That means if this keep, change, flip stuff works, I should be able to do the same thing algebraically and get 8 as my answer. So I'm going to do, I have 4 divided by half. I'm going to do keep, change, flip. I keep the 4 the same and then flip the right side of the division sign. I have 4 times 2. That is indeed 8. So it works. Now I'm going to try it again. Now I have x squared. So now I'm going to do it with this bigger, more complicated expression. I flip it, and now instead of immediately multiplying these two expressions together, I'm going to go ahead and simplify first in order to be able to cancel stuff. So I'm going to take this, the numerator of the fraction on the left, and I'm going to factor it. So I get x plus 2 times x plus 3. So if you notice again, this is like any other case where you factor a trinomial. These two ends multiply together to give you the 6, and they also add together to give you this 5. So that's what you're trying to find out when you're factoring trinomials like this. So now next thing, I'm going to factor that other part. You'd get x minus 3 times x minus 3. So again, the minus 3's, they multiply together to give you the positive 9, and then they add together to give you this negative 6x. Okay, so now I'm going to factor out the numerator of the fraction on the right. So I just factored out the GCF, as you see here, the 2. And then the x squared minus 9 factored as well. So it's a difference of 2 squares. It always factors as in this kind of way. So we have x minus 3 times x plus 3. If you notice, the ends still multiply together to give you this 9, and then there is no b. There's no middle term because, well, if you add together minus 3 and positive 3, you get 0. Hope that makes sense. I'm going to start canceling stuff. I see an x plus 3 on the top and bottom, so I'm going to cancel that out. I see an x minus 3 on top, and then 3x minus 3 is on the bottom. So I'm going to choose one of those and cancel them out. Now, since I can't really cancel out anything else, I'm going to go ahead and multiply everything together. So it gives me 2 times x plus 2 over x minus 3 times x minus 3. And then I can either keep it in this factored form or fully expand it by multiplying the x minus 3's together and multiplying the 2 back in. So these are both your final answers. Hope that makes sense. Good luck everybody on your next math exam. If you need any more help, come see me or any of my other friends in the Math Lab.